themselves, right? Okay, we keep going over this. What is the concept of yes or no, and how old do you have to be to understand that concept? Right. That's what consensual sex is all about. The right to say yes or no to the sex. How old do you have to be? It used to be 14 in Georgia, by the way. 16, I think, is still the age, right, of consent, right? Where the child can say yes or no, or the teenage girl, let's put it that way, right? Now, in other states like California, New York, and Virginia, for example, to name three of them, right? And then Georgia, Nevada, and wherever else, it might be 16 still, right? To name two to three, right, of the states, right? Well, it's also state by state, right? See, the state can make laws, right? Even if the government laws are different, right? Even federal laws can be charged differently for a person in the state, right? But then you go to a federal court, right? A state court, again, right, deals with traffic laws, things like that, right? For example, right? And how do I know? I've been in some trouble that way too, right? That's how I know. Right. And again, and again. That's right. Now we all deal with children of various ages, right? Right. Okay, every day of your life, you're going to run across a mother and her child at some point, right? That's real life, that's real life. Now, the thing is, I'm not supposed to go after the mother if she has a child. She's probably married, right? I don't know. She could be a single mom, even. That's the problem, too, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Now, let's say Jesus and the woman at the well, hypothetically, because you can't say it if it's for real, right? Hooked up, right? Like we do today, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, Jesus was acting Jewish towards her, was he? No, no, right? Nor a Gentile, nor a Gentile. But we both know premarital sex existed in the Bible days too, right? The woman herself was living with the dude and probably had sex with him at some point. At some point, probably more in the beginning of the relationship, right? Than towards the end, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, though, right? The thing is, though, right, right, right. Do you understand the concept the court is trying to explain about the law of consent? Is they're saying the child is too young to say yes or no, right? But if the child is trying to work a job, uh, see, that changes things, right? In the first place, where she has to be a certain age to do that job, right? See, that's what you're not hearing, right? Who's breaking the rule then? The girl, the girl. Not me, not you. Stubborn dillweed, stubborn dillweed. Right? I'm not doing nothing wrong. I know. I'm not even telling her she can't do the job. What I'm telling her, right? All you got to do is tell me if you're 15 or old enough to be with me, right? I don't know you. I don't know who you are, right? I don't know you from Adam Eve, right? Right. I'm not born with automatic voices that tell me everything, right? Even when I heard the voices, I was probably seeking an answer in my mind, maybe too, and more open to it by then at 23 versus, 14 or right? younger too, right? I have heard that God can speak to you, but until it really spoke to me, I didn't go around telling people that spoke to me either. I know you didn't. See, that's the problem, right? Oh, that makes it different, huh? Right. And I also told you what it said, Jerusalem, 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 right? And we were close to Jerusalem, actually on our way to Sicily, or in the port itself, when I heard the voice, right? Which is sometime around May, right. Because, see, I don't have a clear calendar of what months, right? We were actually in Palma with Sheena, right? But from there, we were 30 days at sea till Sicily at the, or 2 weeks, something like that. 2 weeks to 30 days at sea, right? Whatever it was, right? And before we got the port, I fasted for the 3 days as well. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm seeking the Lord if she is my life, right? At least that's what I'm telling her in the letters, right? I'm praying and fasting about it, right? If I should marry her or not, right? Well, I guess that was a no, huh? Right. At least from her point, right? So I don't know why she's acting weird in the first place. I mean, no, I don't, right? I'm not doing nothing I know is weird to a Christian girl I just met. No. To upset her or not upset her, right? And we seemed to hit it off. Even the sex part was good. I thought, right? She didn't seem upset over it, right? Because I'm a gentleman still. I know how to make love and not just, treat you like a piece of meat, right? Usually. I don't usually do that, right? With any girl I'm with, right? Even if I don't remember I'm with you, honey, right? Which I think that might have to do with boys you're around or someone else I'm around who don't get it yet still. And why there is an age of consent, right? Now, if you're trying to work a job, you gotta be 16 years old to do. You're breaking the law, right? And both you and your dad are breaking the law, right? I don't know you, right? When I go into your store, right, to get my nails done, right? I never met you, right? Even if you know me, right? I don't know you. I don't know you, right? So when you tell me your name is Michelle, you're 37, you're from New Jersey, you graduated college and all that, I shouldn't believe you, right? Or I will believe you. You will believe her. I will believe her, right? I gave you no reason to lie to me if you were 15 or 37. You see what I mean? Right. The difference is, like I told you, legally you could be with a 37-year-old, but not a 15-year-old. Right. What's the difference? Am I trying to sleep with her knowing she's 15? No. I'm not. This is yes or no questions, right? By the way. But you can now. You can now. So, did you lie to Mr. Lee and tell him you were 37? Yes. Did you lie to Mr. Lee and tell him you were from New Jersey? Yes, right. Did you lie to Mr. Lee and tell him you were a college graduate? Yes. Is your real name Michelle? Yes. So, 3 of the things you told me were a lie up front. Okay. And I'm supposed to know you. No. I just met you. Now, I'm not mad about it. You're not mad about it. But you lied to me, right? But I didn't know until after. Thinking you were old enough at first to be with me, right? That's why you ask those questions. And what else did I tell you? Don't bother you. Don't bother me if you're 15 and doing your job, right? I'm not trying to get her in trouble, right? I don't even know who you mean. That's why I'm going out and get my nails done at different stores, right? To tell you, I don't know who you mean. I don't know who you mean. See, you can't put in my mind what's already in your mind. You know who you mean, right? I don't. I don't. You can't make me know who you mean. That's crazy too. That's crazy too. No one's omniscient here. You can trick people into making an honest mistake. Then that's called an honest mistake. No. See, an honest mistake isn't on me or the child. All she would have had to do is tell me the truth and we would have been fine, right? I wouldn't have tried to sleep with her thinking she was 37, right? See, a 37-year-old college graduate and from New Jersey doesn't mean that's a lie. I know, right? I don't know that's true or not, right? Not a mind reader. I'm not an age guesser, right? I'm not a carny who knows your age and guesses your age and even that's a guess, right? And what do you get? A prize if they're wrong. Right? That's all you get, though. The fair thing cash from our age, right? There's supposed to be a thing to make money, but does it always work? I don't know. Alright. Maybe they don't even do that anymore in the carny, the fair, right? I know they don't. Probably don't. They probably don't. Because that's also an easy way to lose money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get your age within 2 years. That's usually the deal. Right, you're right. So if you told me you're 37 and you look the way you look, should I have doubted you? No, no. Right. There's no reason to doubt you, right? You're 37 or not, right? You just met me. I just met you. You look just as good as Michelle Kwan, who's also in her 30s by now, right? Even 2 years ago. Or Tara Lipinski, who she competed against, right? She still looks like a child, right? She still looks good for her age, right? And like she ain't aged at all. Or Mary Lou Retton, I bet. She still looks good for her age. She's the Ralph Macchio type for the females, right? I bet she still looks good. Even, what's her name? Amy Jo Johnson showed herself recently. See, even Sarah Ferguson, she's older now, right? She was big when I was growing up. Hello? You can see some age, but right. She still looks good for her age, right? Overall, but she might be doing the Hollywood thing, right? I don't know. To look young, but that's the point, right? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. A little different. A little what? And now it's magic. Why? It's not my song, right? But when I do it, I'm teaching you impersonation. Automatically, right? It still is still going up to the spirit in the sky, where I want to go when I die. Wait a minute. Is that close enough? Very close enough, right? To the spirit in the sky. Just like I heard on the radio, right? YouTube. Then you're lying on me. You can't handle the truth, right? I'm trying to. Deal with the truth for us all, It's kind of what Jesus had to do too, right? He knew the truth. He was the truth. He is the truth. He's still in heaven trying to come back at some point in time, right? And he will, and he will. It could just be another 800 to 1,000 years before you can actually do it, right? We don't know it, no. But he'll come back when we need him the most, you know what I mean? Right. You might take us now, but, right, it's not up to you or him, right? It's up to the real timing of the Father, right? And the Father knows when we need it the most, right? You might go through some suffering between now and his return, right? But you're causing your own suffering, right? By siding with the enemy, right? He's the one who wants you to suffer for your mistakes, right? To punish you, right? Not God and Jesus. They just want to forgive you when you stop doing the dumb thing you're doing, dummy, right? Simple as that, right? If you make a mistake, just don't do it again, right? But she did it at least 3 times, or it wouldn't have took an hour, right? That's what I mean, right? And the whole time I'm thinking she's 37, even if you after told me, right? See, amnesia works that way, right? When you back someone out during their visit to your salon for the first time, right? When I went in there honestly for the nail job. Didn't expect the sex, but I thought she was sexually responding to me, too, right? When I first encountered her and she was starting to do my nails, right? I thought she got wet. I told you that, too. I told you that, too. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? See, there I'm on the spot. I'm reading her body language, right? Right? That's different than knowing what she's thinking, right? Those are two different things, right? I told you might can read someone's body language, like with Simeon and the woman, the sinner woman, right? Now, until she came in, everything was hunky dory with him, probably too, right? But when she came in, right, and went straight to Jesus and started washing his feet, I bet his countenance changed. Right? From dark, from light to darkness, right? You could tell he was upset, right? That the woman even made it that far and came in at all, right? Without Jesus saying a word to him, he can look at Simeon and see a difference in his appearance or his outward facade, right? Okay, right. That's why Mike can tell if he got wet, maybe. It's not quite the same. But see, she's the one, right? You knew, and she knew, and he knew, right? You were talking about the whole time, right? I don't know who she is until you went into the story, right? For the first time, And she looks like Mary Bell. She looks like the girl of my dreams. She looks right, and I told you that too before I met her. Right. Right. So when I asked her her age, right, and she said 37, what did she say? She said, right. Because she's trying to do a job she has to be 16 to do, right? A year off, right? She's really 15, right? So she don't know she's not supposed to do that job, right? Until she's 16. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. See, that's what you gotta ask you, right? Ask yourself, dear, did I know at 15 I'm supposed to be in that job at 16? Yes. Do you know, right, what the rules are? Yes. Who was telling you the rules? He was. I was, right? And your dad warned you anyway. Knowing the rule too, right? Disregarding it self-righteously. The law is the must protect her from being taken advantage of by me and me by her, right? Because if she did it with me anyway, she also took advantage of me, right? Stupid, right? She can't do that either, right? And I didn't do that knowing she was 15. You believe her, she was 37. I told you that, right? There's no reason not to. There's no reason to even card her. Because you don't know she was the one you met the whole time either. Right, right. But if I got lucky with her, that's all I would think it was. Oh, well, this one must be really into me, is what you're thinking or hoping to find. Right, right. Like the other women, right, who were into me and had sex with me on the spot, right? It happened before, right? It can happen again, right? Because you're just looking for a girlfriend anyway. I am. I've had sex that way before, right? I told you that before, right? Even Molly Z, we didn't plan on that, but we suddenly did it one night, right? You know what I mean, right? But we could have been doing it the whole time, but I don't know because we're sleeping together in the same bed, right? Now, if I'm asleep, can she get on top of me? Yeah, yeah. Did she? I don't know. I was asleep, right? But I do know the last night we were watching Cinemax at night. I started rubbing it a little bit, right? And I let her get on top, right, right. Again, because she was a rape victim, right? She said. Now, if you let the rape victim get on top, who's being raped? Me, right? Do you understand the difference? Consent, right? Is she's 23, she's old enough to say yes or no, right? And got on top of me, right? That's consent. That's consent, right? Period. No one tricked her, no one enticed her more than rationally, right? And then she got on top, and we were done in 2 minutes. And she rocked her world. She rocked her world. And I'm sure she was feminine, right? Not masculine. Yeah, yeah. Idiot. That's what I keep telling you. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And you know what I like. You know what he likes. Right, right. And that is the whole point. Yep. Yep. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Women do get a easier break though in Hollywood than men, right? So you might make less money, but there's more women probably out there able to do that, right? Than men. I mean, see, I'm fat, overweight, being to you, right? Right. It's the belly that does it, ain't it? Right. Right. But that belly's also a saddle, right? For the ladies too, right? But like I told you, unevenness in the hairline don't mean you're going bald, right? I've seen plenty of men, even on extra, right, who have unusual hairlines, right, but who aren't necessarily receding either, right? Ted Lasso, right? Nothing personal towards, you know, my fellow actor, right? There, right. Whatever his name is, right? But even his hair looks a little higher on one side, right? Or both sides compared to mine, right? But, and, where's mine awkward here? I keep showing you the awkwardness is on this side versus this side, right? That's not misleading you, right? What you're saying is I'm going bald because of it. That's misleading people. No. That's flat out lying about it. Yeah, no, it is. Because it's not receding. Because it's not receding. It's the same. It's perfectly the right. You can definitely see the hairline where it ends and begins, and it ain't changed in 3 years, right? And you're doing it to piss me off, and I'm pretending I'm pissed off about it. Then I'm acting, right? And you won't let me act, right? Right. Like I don't get over it either when you do, when I do. I know what you're doing, manipulator. That's manipulation, right? By the way, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, right? I'm not manipulating your hairline. I don't even know your hairline. You won't even show your hairline. I'm showing mine though, and you're trying to rip on me, right? Right. Which means, right, your perception of that idea is wrong. It's wrong, period. Right. Because it's not probably not just me you would think that about. It's probably also Ted Lasso's, whatever his name is, right? Mm-hmm. Right, right. Now, you also know if you're gay or if you respect women or not. There's two different things there, Lance, right? Or anybody, right? See, not getting hard when you're slow dancing with the girl could just mean you're respecting the girl, by the way. You're not gay or straight either, right? See, some people are taught that, right? You're not supposed to get hard when dancing with a girl. Some guys can do it, some guys can't. Some guys get hard anyway. I'm one of the ones I might would get hard with you anyway. If you get that close, if you got that close, right? But I let you know, baby. I don't hide it, baby. Right. That I'm that kind of guy, right? Right. I would get hard with you, right? Right. It's getting real close. It's getting real slow. You're making it hard for me. Right. You still know what that means. You know what that means, right? It's how Mom was trying to show Chris I'm not gay with Pam. And it's crazy, Chris, that she's having to do that. Because we're both still in high school. Nope, you are. I'm sorry. I'm not even in junior high yet. Right? You're tripping. Balls. Over something that happened when I was half asleep. Right? When you came in later. Later. What is it called when a teenage boy is humping you at night in his sleep? Wet dream, right? Why do young boys do that? They don't know how to control their youth. That too, they do. Versus an older boy who was awake and knew what he was doing. Which sounds like the person is acting homophobic. The person that was asleep. Right. Didn't know what was going on. Right, right. The person who was awake did. So who's being gay about it? He was. Right. Honesty, Chris, is the best policy. But why'd you think that, right? See, there's a difference between real wet dreams and real sex, too, right? And someone being gay towards you or asleep and not aware when you came in, right? Now, the question is, what do you do about it, right? To think further about it, right? See, if I'm asleep, I'm asleep, right? I don't remember you coming in other words, right? At all. You know, right? Now, if you're doing more, you're being gay, right? I'm asleep still, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what he means, right? You're awake. I'm asleep. I'm asleep. Right? What is that? No different than date rape. No different than date rape. If a female says no, that's date rape, right? Well, one, they like to get you in a compromising position, right? Yeah, they like to get you in their life right in your face, right? They think it's so cute when they got you in their condition, but I think it's a total disgrace. And that's why some people fight authority, but authority always wins, according to who? John Cougar Mellencamp. Yeah, that's a lyric from his song, right? But he's not lying, right? That's the thing, too. It's the truth. It's the truth. So I made the lyrics educational, right? See. Whoever wrote it is telling the truth, is telling the truth, right? But you also, the problem is, the girl's putting herself in that compromising position. Oh, you didn't know the boy liked you? You didn't know the boy wanted sex? You didn't know, right? You can't say that 100% either, right? That's kind of the problem too, right? You didn't know he liked you that way, right? Sure you did, sure you did. So that's the other hand you're dealt too. You know he wanted you. You know he's into you. You know he liked you. You got along with him anyway, right? That's the point too, right? You know, right? If you like someone or not. Now, some people cock block you. You know what I'm talking about, right? Before you even meet someone or make someone do something wrong with you when they shouldn't have done it either. Right? Right, girlfriend Michelle? Please call you a girlfriend by now. Even if we only had a 1 day stand three times in a row. And all I remember is you were 37 the whole time. Right. Because you also blacked me out afterwards too, huh? Right. Right. I know. I am a martial artist, by the way. You knew that too. You knew that too. See, that's what makes it a bad setup. On your part too. Worse than what I was trying to do. That's why Jesus healed me. I told you it would, right? Why? You're not doing the evil. They are. See, God knows the truth you're lying about. And who's really telling the truth there? It's not self-righteousness, right? Either. On my part. It is on yours, right? Because I didn't know you meant that Michelle. And like I told you with the other Michelle, unless we're doing something quick, with her, I don't think I did anything with her either. Unless she came by the house, and then you're blocking me out after she leaves again, right? And what's that about, right? See, if the girl gets to my house, she's got to be old enough to get to my house, right? Or she's breaking the law, right? See, a 15-year-old can't yet drive by herself, right? Not even down the street, right? Now, she can walk here, right? But then I still don't know she's 15 or not and have to ask her age when she gets to the door, right? Once you lie about your age, you've lied about your age. I don't know your age, right? Unless you write it on your forehead, either right head or forehead, right? No one knows your age, right? Why do you think in the fortresses of the future, right, they might make you have a certain way to track you once you go there, right? That's what it's kind of about, right? To keep track of you when you're in their city or whatever, right? It also don't mean you can't take it off, whatever, right? You got to do right there, right? But even then, right, you can't keep going back and forth within it and without it either unless you make a counterfeit version of it. And then again, right, like I said, right, right. There are many ways to beat something, right, right. But that's the problem. That's the problem. We don't know between now to 800 to 1,000 years when Jesus is really coming back, right? All we know is we'll be resurrected or raised during the third day, which is 1,000 years as well. Or no, Perry, right? You don't know what happens here, right? At this stage, it could be a neutron bomb attack that you're raptured by, right? Itself, right? But that does what you say the rapture would do too, right? By the way, it would leave all your clothing, right? But it's an attack. It's a weapon. It's a weapon too, right? You won't make that connection with it, that right? You say again about the rapture, it's a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing, right? We're in the knowledge of good and evil. The garden. It's now the knowledge of good and evil garden, right? It was the Garden of Eden, right? Now it's the Garden of the knowledge of good and evil garden, right? Now, we all know you don't just rapture, right? Or we would have been raptured, right? You know what I mean, right? But if it's a weapon unleashed at a certain time because of the population or whatever reasons they give to do it, right? Finally. Those pushing the button to make the weapon work, right, are the problem, right? For everybody, right? By the way. But if they're targeting Christians specifically, Perry, which is what you're saying too, you think differently than everybody else, right? That's part of it too, probably, right? Some people are more physical than spiritual, I guess, right? Right. And I'm not fully connected, right? Right. Like I told you before, there's a space, right? In my sacrum that's missing the nerves there, right? Completely black. Well, if it's black, I'm a ground. You can't, shock me, right? Right. Fully, right. Now, if the two males, I'm one of them, and the two females, if we go to Jerusalem or not, right? That's right. Not for to the Lord, did the Lord. Right? Told you that yesterday, right? The difference is what, right? Consent, yes or no? Right or wrong, right? See, that's what you won't hear, right? Not me. That's why I asked her. Even if we went into the bathroom or the office for whatever reasons, we did whatever we did, right? When I blacked out, though, for the 20 minutes to an hour, while she was also doing my nails, we did more than I can remember in the store then, right? If I missed the movie by over an hour, right? Of when I should have gotten out versus when I actually did, right? If it went over all that, right, and I lost time, it was because she was lying and knew it. Not me lying and not knowing what was going on still, right? Period, right? Now, I told him why. The nail job's the legal part of it. If we did something wrong, you're trying to blot it out, right? Like it didn't happen almost, right? By trying to punish me for it, right? And that just caused me amnesia of what happened, right? It's how God can blot out the sin he did too, right? Dummies, right? And I will remember them no more, it says, right? Your sins. Oh. Right. I wasn't trying to send Michelle, right? I'm looking for a girlfriend, right? Who's old enough to be with me, that right? Even if she loves it, right? But she needs me that, right? 2-1, right? Need the truth. Even if the whole store needs the truth. Even if the cake guy next door needs the truth, right? I didn't need it. Even if the buffet needs the truth, right? Even if me and Frederica and Tina were having sex too, I don't do that, right? Don't do that, right? Though Frederica was old enough, right? I asked her age, right? February 10th, 1984 is when she said she was born, right? So remember it. That's called temporary amnesia when someone doesn't remember everything that happened with them and another person, right? And you're trying to blot it out like it's a sin, right? But instead, God healed me because I'm not doing nothing wrong, right? Premarital sex is allowed by the law of Moses. You can't undo that, right? Nor can Paul. Nor can Paul. Paul's not greater than the law either. He can't change it either for you. So he can't change it for you either. That's the problem. No man can. Once Moses said it that way, you gotta do it that way. 2, if you have premarital sex, what does it tell you to do? Right. Go to the girl's father and ask his hand in marriage, right? For her hand in marriage. I'm trying to do that still, right? I would marry her still, right? I meant to marry her still. I meant to marry every woman I had sex with premaritally still. Because I'm not trying to have sex with them only. See, I know what the law says without knowing what the law said, right? Sex for a female is different than for the male because she's the one who can get pregnant and carry the baby, right? He's supposed to be the protector of the woman while she's carrying his child, too, right? Hello? That's why one carries the child and one protects the woman while she's pregnant with the child, right? That's why you got 2 in the family, right? Now, if you're going gay, you're opening up 3 women, right, to be with someone else, right? To one man. If 3 men are gay and 1 is straight, what does that mean, right? 4 women are now without, 3 women are without a husband, right? If they want a baby, they either gotta use a sperm donor, right? Or another man who's straight, right? So that means that 1 man gets how many women, though? 4, his own, and then the other 3. Really? I mean, that's the math, right? If you want a baby, right? And I don't mind if you're a little bi or gay or whatever, if you're female, right? I'm talking not to judge that anyway. But I don't go after you. I don't know your situation. I can't read your mind, right? I might can read your emotions, right? I might can tell if you're acting a little off or a little on, or right. Now, if I asked the girl last night at the movies, right, what movie do you think I'm here to see, after I told her which one I wanted to see, and she said a different movie, right? I know. Which, if you say Scream, whatever movie can you think I want to see besides Scream? Creed. Okay, why Creed? Scream, right? I done seen Creed now. You gotta come in first. Done seen that movie. I ain't seen her before. But I'm joking with her. I ain't trying to have sex with her right there on the spot. Stupid. Even when she knew it wasn't the first day we met, though I'm trying. But she still could say no or stop her, right? You see what I mean, right? It's the second night we went all the way. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. All day. Let's go all the way. Shimmy, shimmy. Okay. It seemed consensual. Seemed very consensual. Then the day after, no problem, right? It's when we start writing, there becomes a problem, right? But the first 3 days were perfect, as I hope both our minds at least. It's called love at first sight if you fall in love at first sight. Yes, it is. You had something I wanted, I had something you wanted, right. And we mutually hooked up. In love, I hope. At least on my end it was, right? I don't just do that either, right? I try to commit to the sex, right? Not just hump you and dump you, right? I can't help if you get more letters than you're supposed to get from my ship, right? But it don't mean it's me just because it has my name on it, right? Especially if it's typed up letters, because then anyone can be writing, you idiot. So I keep telling you, and if you're being dumb and I can't tell you the truth, you're being an idiot. Stubborn idiot, right? I never wrote you typed letters, by the way, right? At all. Only handwritten letters, right? That's all I can do. Even my Bible studies I sent to you, which I don't even know if you got those, right? If they were writing it out, typing it, right? You could read what they say clearer than my handwriting, I'm sure. Good. I know. And I still got some proof of that, right? My handwriting, from back then as well. Mm-hmm. Now, why do you do that, though? You don't want them to know it's not Shane. It's not Shane, right? And it was never a Shane typing up letters to Sheena, right? Whatever they said, though, that's how they felt about you, Sheena, not me. And black people. That's how they saw you, right? Not me. Whatever they typed to you is their feelings, right? Not mine. Mine. I know it is. I done made the connection that all racism was wrong. All. Black to white to black. You're not anything but a human being to be, right? Anymore. You're a human male or you're a human female, or you're both, right? Even through the angels who sinned with us, right? To teach us the knowledge of good and evil, right? Themselves. Doing good and evil. That's why everything you're doing now is still in two categories, good or evil, right? Well, that's the point about being gay. Or straight, right? Both could be wrong, right? Both could be right, right? That's the point. It depends on what you're doing it for, right? But consent is the key. Forgiveness, then, is the second key. Do you understand what you're doing, right? By being gay. If you're two men, right? And you're supposed to be with two women, right? 3 women are now available to one man, right? Do you know why, right? If they all 3 want a child and you're being gay, they can't have a child with you, right? Which is what it's about being gay, right? You understand, right? You don't want a baby with a woman. You don't think you deserve one or need one or want to take care of one or want to pay for one, right? That's in George Michael's lyrics too, right? You got two children in the whatever, right? I know. You know what I mean, right? Fat children and I know that side of it too, right? I pay attention to everything I'm told, right? Good or bad, good or bad. Now, what I'm choosing is heterosexuality over homosexuality because I love women more than men, right? Now, can I choose that? Yes. You can't tell me how I feel. You can only tell me how you feel, which is you projecting your homosexuality or you want me to be gay onto me, right? When I'm not gay, right? That's why this was longer. I'm explaining that to you because you won't get it. I'm not gay because you say I'm gay, right? Alone, right? You can't determine my sexuality. Only I can tell you if I'm gay or straight, right? And if I tell you I'm straight, you can't make me gay, even because I'm curious. Now, I keep trying to explain it to him asleep versus awake, right? That way. One, you're not yourself. One, you are. Wet dream versus not wet dream. After you came in, right? When I was already asleep, right? There's a reason that's called taking advantage of someone too if they're asleep, right? And you're awake, right? You can't even really do it with a wife or a girlfriend either, or it's still technically rape, right? The person can't consent or say yes or no if they're already asleep, right? And you're taking advantage of that, right? Do you understand why that, right? I'm not mad about it. Whatever happened doesn't happen. It's over with, right? Forgive it or don't, right? I forgave it, right? I moved on from it, right? See, that's the thing about it, too. Forgiveness is sometimes more important than what happened, right? And moving on from it is forgiving whatever you did to black me out, as well as if I had sex with her, right? I forgave it all, right? And moved on from it. As if it happened but didn't have to happen, but, it happened, but we let it go. Well, I'm still banned from your store, so you're not letting it go, are you? I can no longer get my nails done in your store, right? Because you made it all an issue with her. Not me. Not you. I don't know if she was even the one you met. Still. No. And even if I do know now, I didn't know then. That's when you gotta know, right? And KNOW, not NO. By the way, no means no. You know and you say no, and you say no. You say no by telling me you're 15 too, and I won't even make a move on you. You say yes by saying you're 37 from New Jersey and a college graduate when you're not. How many strikes in baseball? 3. Do you have to get before you are out, right? And a ball, or a walk, right, is 4 balls, right? Hey there. Well, why do you think she's with me? If she was with me, you're a fun person, I'm a fun person. I wasn't trying to get her in trouble, and she knew it, and she knew it. But I still wanted her, and she knew it, right? As soon as I came in, I was attracted to her, right? Thing is, I don't know what was going on in her mind, right? Well, see, there's more leading up to it as well. Though I was at the Mexican restaurant, not the Asian restaurant, right? First, down the road. So they might not have even known I was coming to the store yet, right? Until you got there. Until I got there, right? Unless they're talking to each other. mm-hmm. But then you get to the restaurant between 12 and 1, right? Right? Or 1 and 2. 1 and 2, right? Right. The movie's starting at 3, right? So you leave between 1 and 2 to get to the restaurant, right? Then between 2 to 3, you're in the salon, right? And you're supposed to see the movie between 3 to 5 or whatever, right? Whenever it starts, right? And they usually last between an hour and a half to 2 hours, right? And then you go home, and then you go home. That was the plan that day too, right? But I had to see Archie Dogs at 4:30. 4:30. Instead. Now, whoever did what is in the store. Is in the store. Some go nowhere else, right? So when it goes over the hour, I don't realize till I get out the store and start making my way to the movie theater, right? And then when I get there, I'm like, what just happened? What just happened? After I pay using my credit card, right? That's proof of when I left, too, by the way, right? If it's at 10 to 4, right, versus, right, 10 to 3, right, it went over. It went over, right? And it's still daylight savings time, right? Not fall back yet, right? It's about to become it again, right? And that confuses some people, right? All right. This is going to be taking about upload. It's over an hour, right?